How y'all feel out there? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? What's the word? It's the title of today's episode. Over here in the States, this is known as, today is known as Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday. It's the Monday after the Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend. Cyber Monday. Try to extract more money from the hands of the consumers. They do all that they can, everything possible, to force you to spend and spend and spend. You know, we got crispy bacon in the building. Crispy bacon, blessings, blessing star. What's the word? So things have uh, things have been interesting. We had a crazy event. I don't like politics, even though everything is political. But I don't like politics. But unfortunately, there was an event that took place in the western part of the country. Uh, a birthday party for like young kids or whatever, and a tragic event occurred where 19 people. Ah, this is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm not a news guy either. I don't like watching the news because all you hear is nothing but maximum negativity on the news. Well, rest in peace to the people who were tragically impacted and who were unalived. I'm hearing like even kids. I don't know for sure, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And then I look on the timeline. Of course, the cesspool called X. I look on the timeline and it's, oh, one of the pulse chain narrow-minded individuals are celebrating that the third sacrifice that the founder of Pulse Chain launched. The website is live. Like, bro, they're gonna try to do everything they can to appeal to the sensibilities of everyone to replay what was done twice, right? To replay what was done twice so that you can feel like you're participating in a gamble, which is what it is. But everybody, well, yeah, I put everybody in quotes. Everybody's still waiting for the results of the first two sacrifices. We saw the same thing. You know what's crazy? Like when I say we saw the same thing, we saw the same thing. The website, they pushed out a website telling you what you could use to sacrifice, what it's about, what you're sacrificing for, yada yada yada. Between then and now, everything is different though. Everything is different. Diversifying the building, what's going on? Yeah, everything is different now. Like, it's first of all, first of all, the chain missed its cycle. Like whatever cycle of a bull this was, The entire chain missed it. Unless you launched your own project, your own sacrifice project, and you created meme coins that caught some rhythm. You were able to make money that way, launching coins, paying for a paid group, clicking up with some sub community, right? That gave up the source on how to be an insider to get all the exclusive information and make money that way. Unless you were doing those types of things, grifting and scamming as well, you didn't make money like that on PostStream, man. The majority of people weren't grifting and scamming, and it looks like more people have been like, believe it or not, like a little bit newer than you know like new people. They discover it, they don't understand how these things work. They think, oh, everything is about onboarding. They think everything is about, oh, we need new money, new money, new money, but they don't know the history of why things are the way they are today. You know, you launch a sacrifice, you try to repeat what happened 4 years ago with PulseX. PulseX was created off the tails of Pulse Chain. You know, the bonus rates were looking crazy by December of 21 for Pulse Chain. So made an announcement. Oh yeah, PulseX sacrifice coming. And people who missed the Pulse Chain sacrifice got on the PulseX John. You know, 4 years ago, PulseX sacrifice came out at the end of December 21. Again, the market was everything was totally different back then. I mean, you're talking about people really, really saw gains, really made money. That the nature of that cycle in 21 and what happened this year is two different things. Or these last 12 months, last year and a half, maybe since November of last year, and now it's just been like two different type of cycles. Like there was no euphoria this go around. There was no euphoria, maddening euphoria like the crypto bull market really brings. That we didn't experience. Maybe, but like I said, some did though. Some did. But what's interesting is when you talk about no inflation for the prove X thing. Yo, don't worry, like no inflation, this and that and this, scarcity. It shows you that this doesn't like it people are people have to think like, oh, this sacrifice right here, you wanna highlight scarcity factor, zero inflation. Why? Because all your other tokens have ridiculous inflation. Ridiculous inflation. You could mention inflation with Hex, like it's just inflation upon inflation. But this go around, you come out with something that has no inflation, is because you might want to just perhaps launch something to save your reputation, change the mechanics a little bit, so it could appear like you know what you're doing. Meanwhile, if this thing pumps, people are really going to see the truth even more. If he pumps ProveX, it's going to show you a lot. It's going to be very telling. If it pumps and super gains, it's deeper than about bragging rights. It's just going to show you a lot, because then where does that leave your blockchain? Where does that leave the coins that birthed his relevance? Where does that leave the DEX? Forever buy and burn, buy and burn, buy and earn. Where does that leave those coins? People, like, be real. Folks don't know how to be real. They don't want to be real. Being real doesn't mean that you all about trying to be tough on the internet. Right? Like you some kind of internet keyboard warrior. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about identify the good and the bad. Identify the pros and the cons and everything you got going on. To me, that makes more sense than to pretend like everything is good and don't talk about the problems that kept things from really being good that exists continuously today, because you're just creating the largest elephant in the room. Every time they don't mention the problems that cause everything to be where it's at today, to me that means they support deception. They support lies, and it's him and his supporters. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing that I hear all the time, like zero or hero. I've been hearing zero or hero, like, that whole mentality and concept. It's either you're gonna make no money or you're gonna make all the money. Like this black and white type of thing, like, yo, it's all or nothing. Been hearing that since I got into this crypto thing, man, 8 years ago. Like when we hear these concepts, zero hero again, it just makes me think like some people just got here. They just like, they're new. They don't understand how there's a ton of manipulation that takes place. $140 million was just spent in BTC alone within like the last 12, 24 hours. 140 billion. You already know the big dogs, they did what they did. The big dogs that own those things, that got that BTC you talk about, 140 billion, son, just dumped. Concerted effort. And that's old news. Market manipulation is old news. That's what happens. That's what they do. Why should it be that much different here? But this is what I mean by being real. You had a hand in pumping your thing 10,000x. Be real about it. The goal is for you want to reach decentralization. Say you want to reach it. Don't say it is already decentralized when you can make upgrades and updates in your whole operation. You can reduce emissions when people are farming for ink. You can reduce that 3 times over, like he's done. You can take the ERC20 that gave you fame and the PHEX bag that you said is owned by by an African priest who owns the OA. You could stake the majority of those things out 15 years like it's not, but you're gonna talk to people about decentralization. Like, bruh, that ain't it. You're playing all these games. There's so many holes in this story. It's not even funny. Yo, just put it out on the table. This is what it is. Yo, we trying to just say, the whole thing about Giving Tree is maddening. It's nonsense. What kind of Giving Tree is that? You're a Giving Tree that wants to control everything up front and for the duration. Just say that. You're a Giving Tree that loves to be in charge of your entire operation. You're a Giving Tree that doesn't want anybody in your community to deal with middlemen other than you, right? When you talk about, oh, crypto, no admin keys, as long as you own the admin keys, say that everything should be good because you want people to believe in you. Just say that. I'm saying, just say that. That's what I mean by like, yo, just dude, like he's corny to me, man. Like folks who have some who know how to think critically and apply it here, you'll find so many issues with this going on. You'll be like, yo, what the hell is this? It's just been reduced to a gamble. That's it, a gamble. It's just been reduced to, yo, you're gonna take a chance, not financial advice, do your own research, zero or hero. That's it. Do you think people really are looking forward and super excited about some technology that already exists on base? Like, all right, you want to do something like base on Pulse Chain? Cool, because that's another thing. You're not brand new, you're not original. You just try to basically duplicate what already exists and add some stuff to it, bells and whistles, and then call it like you doing something new. You're trying to give people another opportunity to win because the first two sacrifices brought L's. That's what happened. Now you're doing this to pretend like, oh yeah, we this is so much needed. It's needed in a time where this dude is super greedy and cheap. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like this holiday season. A lot of people on the chain are parents and grandparents, right? In other words, they have children who are dependent on them and who are looking forward to the holidays as far as, for example, Christmas, to receive gifts. People got to spend money to go do these things and buy gifts if they have the means to do it. But this weirdo wants to put out a sacrifice to save his reputation because 2025 is coming to a close. And he knows nothing was materialized from his chain. And it's been an epic fail so far. So you want to save, you want to salvage something. But you know you can because you pushed everything to January 3rd anyway. It's been a massive epic fail. Like, yo, and the yes man mentality, yes man, meaning people that consistently, they just agree. They don't the person just says anything. Someone who's supposed to be quote unquote in charge will say anything to you because you are being delegated, or you a worker or whatever, and it's yes, yes, anything they do, anything they say is yes, yes, okay, yes, yes. That's what you have here, y'all. Oh yeah, yeah, marketing tablets, yes, yes. 3-minute diet, yes, yes. Then the dude will ask weird questions about what they want to see. What would they need? Because he doesn't have it all figured out. He asking people questions in the community about marketing, things he could do, things, new things, because you don't have it all figured out. But instead of really addressing key issues, fundamental problems, is that yes, yes, okay, yes, all for the money. They don't care about none of that other stuff. Doing that all for the money, man. FOMO TV in the building. What's up, man? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's it gonna take for people to really wake up and see what we dealing with. Like, you're gonna do people gonna do what they want to do, but like you gotta understand what's involved here. What incentive does anybody have that's brand new to stake the coin that birthed his crypto relevance? The coin that he manipulated in price, they say, right? To validate his presence in crypto. And you stake the majority of the OA for all because there's issues. That's why. Like, if everything was all good and perfect, like some people in this community really, really, and I heard it from my mouth, like they were like, yo, dude, is perfect. I'm like, oh, the brainwashing is beyond real. The brainwashing, the comments, yo, somebody who one of your favorite streamers, damn near, I was on that damn stream, said something came up and I'm like, yo, dude ain't perfect. I said it. The dude said, but you know what? Yes, he is. I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. There was nothing more to talk about, and forevermore, I didn't listen to that streamer talk or give his opinions about anything anymore because it didn't matter. And whatever he taught hasn't materialized well in the last 2.5 years. So that tells you a lot about who you listen to. This thing is, there's a lot of there's opportunity to make great money, but the waters are infested with sharks. It's been that way. The waters are infested with sharks. You're always going to have people come out of nowhere selling you a dream and a promise, making you believe that you need whatever they're selling you like it's nobody's business. Like you needed that, whatever they're selling you yesterday, that you need to spend your money on whatever garbage they're pitching you. And the majority is just simply that garbage. That's not going to change. And then when you have it so easy, to just launch coins left and right on a situation called Pulse Chain, first of all, you build your popularity, right? You leverage it, you build your popularity coming through, and you jumping on different panels, and the more popular influencers you want to talk to them and jump on their panels, this and that, and this. Build your popularity like many have. Many have done that. Come out of nowhere. They'll tell you they've been in crypto for 3,000 years. They've been following the founder for 2,999 years, right? To force you to like them or persuade you to like them. And then shortly after they build their whatever internet persona and profile, guess what they do? Oh, they're gonna launch a coin and they're gonna call themselves being builders. This is what they've done. This is what they'll continue to do. And your man made it very easy for that to occur. The founder of the chain made it very easy for people to launch coins. Absolute garbage too. Where people will tell you they're launching coins to try to onboard people onto the chain. No, you launching coins to enrich your pockets, your coffers, to make money. You don't care about onboarding people like that, only up to the fact of getting money from the people. That's one of the reasons why you may care. You want to get money from the people because you need the people to buy your crap. Many don't know what they're doing, so they need to be coached by seasoned grifters, people who might not have a better understanding on how the tokenomics work and coin operations. And you're right, they got a better handle So some of these people, they come in the community and they call themselves trying to be now an influencer and a leader. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So you got these seasoned grifters that'll give them tips. No, this is what you do, man. You can't just be, giving out free coins to people, even though that's what they do. A lot of them just be giving out coins to friends and people who they like. They don't know what the F they're doing. They got a bag of however many coins they decide to create, max amount, right? Give it to their friends as if the friends or whoever they give the coins to will hold those coins forever. No, they'll dump them. But these people don't know better. But they call themselves trying to build and attract people on the chain. Meanwhile, you launched garbage. Nothing better than a meme coin. And those that want to launch something with some utility got janky code. Copy and paste. Janky code. You got a little Telegram group popping. You got a little Twitter popping. You got a little spaces popping. Maybe even a Discord popping. Right? Gas the people up. You want to throw some money at some people so they could shill you whatever you got going on. Age-old tactics. Same tactics, like I said the other day. This is whack. This is whack. This is what people do. It's what people do. On DG.io in the building. What's up? What's up? It's what people do. They recycle the grifts. They recycle the strategies to grift, to steal, to extract over and over and over and over again. And your man made it so easy. Grifters are praised. If you understand something is going on and it's crazy and it deals with something you tied with and you say nothing about it, you know that there are bad activities taking place on your chain. You know, people are getting hurt, people are losing, things are happening, folks are scamming left and right, this and that. And you were once very vocal about identifying scams that have come and gone, and you no longer do that, especially on your chain. You're complicit. Saying nothing is doing something. Saying and doing nothing is doing something. Indifference is an action. And that's what you find here. But people are gung ho on a sacrifice. Super gung ho. Super gung ho. Why don't you revive and resurrect your damn miserable chain? Revive and resurrect your dead ass decks. You know, take forever to bring a V3, V4 type of upgrade on the decks. Make you think like, yo, nah, he's better. He knows something that everybody doesn't know. That's why he didn't upgrade the decks to V3, because V3 ain't it. It'll make people think that, right? No, motherfucker don't know what he's doing. You don't care about that V3 and all that. Meanwhile, the world is just doing that. They're up to V4 now, and you know what I mean? Like Pulse Chain V1 bug. After a million test nets, Pulse X V1 bug. Then blame the community for not identifying the bug during the testnet phase when it was identified. Understand what I just said right there. The weirdo will disrespect the community and say, how come y'all didn't identify the V1 bug on Pulse X? And the community pull out receipts. Pulled out the receipts to show, no, this was announced. The V1 bug, Pulse X V1 bug, was announced an entire year prior during the testnet phase. Like weirdo shit this dude would do, man. crash out on your own situation and the people who gave you $1.6 billion. You want to disrespect them. People are weird, man. Right, ever since Trump quarantined, yeah, Trump fumbling the bag left and right too, man. Man, these politicians be lying, y'all. That's why I don't f with politics like that. Even though so many things are political, we'd be surprised, right? I learned that studying in school. Everything is political, but he fumbled, man. He bumbling and fumbling and stumbling, man. You know, I'm gonna give you an example of how he bumbling, fumbling, and stumbling. Real talk. And I'm gonna say this before I bounce. Let me give you a perfect example. You launched this. This is another one, man. I'm telling you, man. And I don't care about none of them. They all lie. This is what they do for a profession. Any type of figurehead you want to call a president, they're paid liars. This is what they do. Manipulate, lie, do whatever they can. Do whatever they can to earn your support and your vote. That's what they do for a living. This dude launched this whole ICE initiative. Oh, ICE, 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 ICE. ICE doing a lot of wacky shit in these streets in New York City. Like, yo, what type of timing are they on? Right? We understand that, right? Oh, if you're a migrant, right? And you up to no good, you're a migrant and you're up to no good, meaning you're not adding to the value of any community that you might be living in right now. Right? You're actually causing harm. You're a migrant and you're committing crimes, right? Right. The idea is, oh, you out of here. Once ICE picks you up, let somebody drop a dime, like my man from Belly and the Banana. I'm gonna drop a dime on these now. I don't like that. Now I'm gonna drop a dime on. Once somebody calls and notifies them and said, hey, ICE, what we doing? Somebody right here? We got somebody right here that needs your full undivided attention. Once you do that, you're thinking, oh, so-and-so is out of here. Yeah, because they're undocumented, right? And they're causing havoc to the quality of life of whatever community they're residing in. Shit. I just went through something like that with somebody who I serve, who I work for. Because, you know, the mentally ill population is what I work with. And then so if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be eating right now. Straight like that. So this guy decides one day, yo, the people that walk around here, that nobody's smiling, yo. Nobody's effing smiling. This shit is ridiculous. Anyway, this guy gets into an altercation. I already said this summer. This happened this summer. Gets into an altercation with one of his peers where he was living at. They end up fighting. He grabs a pair of scissors and pokes the shit out of this guy multiple times. The victim, had transported to the hospital, suffered a collapsed lung. Dude gets arrested. My guy gets arrested. I'm like, oh, you out of here, son. You out of here. I'm never going to see you, you know? I'm like, I'm never going to see this person again. He's done. Cooked. Right? After all this ICE initiative, ICE, Yeah. ICE. Uh-huh. All this ICE initiative. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one right here. Ripe for the picking. Ripe for the picking. He being held at the police station. They take him to court like within less than 24 hours. He faces a judge. We talking less than 24 hours. He faces a judge. Yo, it's yo, man, like bruh, this shit, when I even talk about it, shit bothers the crap out of me, y'all. Still. Anyway, it does bother the crap out of me, man. He's in front of the judge. He crying. This is what he's telling me. He's crying. His whatever attorney or legal aid right there. Dude got a legal aid already, like early. Oh, here you go. Early. Right there. To speak for him. He's crying in front of the judge, crying. Long story short, the judge looks at him and he tells me that the judge basically told him, what would he like to do for a living? Offering him a job. I'm like, shut the F up. What are you talking about? Offered you a job. What are you talking to me about, bro? You didn't take your medication? You wilding out? You in psychosis? You gotta go to the hospital or something? You glitching? What's going on? What you mean you got offered a job? He said, yeah, the judge asked him, what would he like to do? You know, what type of job does he see himself doing? And my guy told him handiwork, labor work, like construction and all that. The judge was like, do you want to do like be an officer somewhere, like paramilitary? What? I said, yo, at this time, this was the next day. I'm like, yo, where you at? Because I got to see you. Me, this is me. Like, I'm like, I don't even want to see this dude because he's free already. At the time he was telling me about this, he was free. It was the next day. He was free. Anyway, he saw the judge. The judge told him, yo, here you go. Check out this program. Yeah, for jobs, program. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I need to link up with you ASAP. So we meet in the projects, right? The dude's all like disheveled, sweaty, just because he's having a bad time. He shows me some paperwork in a folder, mangled up folder, paperwork. I look at the paperwork and I see like, yo, they gave him a referral for an organization that works with people, you know, who's being re-entered. Like, you know, if you did time, you're doing time, you're coming out of jail, prison. This organization will help connect you, right? In the community, connect you to jobs, such and such and such and such. It's an organization I was familiar with because I worked on Rikers Island for years. I'm like, these did what? Like, what? You're not doing what? You out here? They gave you this? What are you doing talking to me? Like, how are you out? Politicians, ICE, all that bullshit Trump was talking. How are you out? How are you talking to me right now? Like, how are you? How am I in front of you and you really out here talking to me? So this is the bullshit. That's why, like, when I see certain things go on, man, I react a certain way. Like, yo, like this is what I mean. Real life shit too. He's like, yeah, you know, I got an appointment to go to this to the program. They're gonna help me find a job. What? You just poked somebody multiple times. Yo, the shit. Look, and guess what? Guess what? Like, let me see. What was this? 3 months later, the entire case, he went to court maybe twice. after the incident, by the second court visit within a 3-month period, case was dropped. Dropped. No jail time. No nothing. No probation. Nothing. And he got a record doing this shit. And I look at myself and I say, yo, man, this shit crazy, man, because you free out here. You're free. How does the other person feel? But when you tie mental illness, it gives them a get out of jail free card. It's a different layer to everything over, different layer, almost like damn near you can do a lot. And once you have that diagnosis, locales like over here, NYC, got your back on some other shit. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. How does the victim's family feel about how, dude, you not doing no type of time? You back in the street like it's nothing. You like, and didn't go back. No weekend warrior. You know how, so like some people, they got to go to the jail on the weekends, meaning they get to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, if they got a job or whatever. And then the weekends, they got to go in jail to serve out whatever sentence or time or whatever agreement that, none of that. No probation. None of that. That's why I don't believe in these and then you wonder why I'm not gonna believe in somebody like a Pulse Chain founder, weirdo, bro. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this up. Can't make this up, man. Mix in the building. It is what it is, man. Good people. It's about that time again, man. I got a bizounce. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Take care. Be easy. Peace.